Hey everybody, so today we are going to go through our breaking news updates. So first off, a drone hit a building in eastern Romania according to Baja News. In the city of Galatia, a drone struck a building causing a blast according to the country's General Inspectorate for Emergency Situations. Two people had suffered abrasions and are receiving medical care, and there was no immediate word where the drone came from. According to Gregory Zviranovsky from Politico, Biden, former president, sues to stop the Justice Department from releasing audio files, 70 hours of recordings dating back all the way to 2017, which are records of conversations between the former president and an author named Mark Zwanitzer, and relate to his handling of classified documents. According to Margaret Cates with Owl News, Vermont is the first state in the United States to ban paraquat. This was a pesticide that is banned in many other developed countries and causes Parkinson's disease. Governor Phil Scott, a Republican, signed the state bill into law on Tuesday that bans the use or sale of paraquat starting November 1st. According to Jessica Dickler with CNBC News, more workers are rating their 401ks as average balances fall. Fidelity says retirement balances fell in the first quarter of 2026 amid severe market volatility sparked by the Iran war, according to a new report by Fidelity. At the same time, more savers tapped their accounts for cash out of financial necessity. Most financial experts advise against rating a 401k since you'll be forfeiting the power of your compound interest. So what do you think, guys? Is it already that bad that we are rating our 401ks out of necessity? This isn't even want. This is necessity now. According to Robbie Gramer with Wall Street Journal, in Estonia, battle drills, emergency response, and drone training have become routine, displaying their ability to prepare for a possible war with Russia. So we're seeing some defense upgrades here in these little Western countries that are right in the Baltics. And according to, or not Baltics, excuse me, the west of Russia. According to Sophie Brams with The Hill, the U.S. is disappointed after the Netherlands blocks takeover of New York's Kyndryl's online ID platform. The deal was that Kyndryl would be exchanged for the Dutch-based Solvinity, but the Dutch felt it was too invasive of an approach and could lead to U.S. legal and intelligence pressures. Wink, wink, hint, hint. According to Ella Nilsson with CNN, the Trump administration is working on a deal to give weapons-grade plutonium to energy companies. This is kind of interesting because that's what we should be using nuclear technologies for. In my opinion, we should be doing it to develop our energy capacity rather than destroying each other. According to some sources, Californian Democrats have introduced Bill AB 2669, which gives illegals tighter sentences than or lighter sentences than American citizens and forces prosecutors to avoid immigration consequences for illegals who commit crimes. It amends Penal Code Section 1016.3, which requires the defense counsel to advise non-citizen defendants about immigration consequences of pleas and depositions, and prosecutors to consider avoiding adverse immigration consequences like deportation as one factor in plea negotiations in the interests of justice. With AB 2669, this would also require prosecutors to meet and confer with the defense, specifically to try to avoid adverse immigration consequences of a plea, conviction, or sentence, and creates a rebuttal presumption of a violation if the defendant shows they proposed an alternative plea and sentence, even a more serious offense that would avoid immigration issues, and the prosecutor rejected it. It also allows courts to impose remedies if the prosecutor fails to meet the standard. So a lot of changes going on there in California. According to Thomas Nedwick with TWZ 10 News, Ukrainian Gripen fighters are to arrive in 2027. Long-range Meteor missiles claim to be included. Sweden's transfer of Gripens will give Ukraine more than a new fighter, pairing its trademark dispersed operations with Meteor missiles and radar planes. This will undoubtedly be seen by the Russians as an imminent provocation from Sweden, and they've already explained that any countries offering weapons to Ukraine would also be on their naughty list, so we'll see what the response will be from President Putin. Israeli bombs went off in the city of Tyre, southern Lebanon, and actually hit residential buildings. There is some footage that has been scrawled across major platforms like LinkedIn and Instagram. CNN reported that signals intelligence images show that at least 50 of the 69 tunnel entrances at 18 underground missile bases in Iran have already been repaired. Many others are still under repair. These satellite images show trucks clearing the bombed out areas that took place during Trump's earlier strikes on the nuclear facilities. So they're already kind of digging stuff up. ILTV News showed footage coming from Gaza showing the funeral procession for Hamas military wing commander Mohammed Odeh and members of his family following yesterday's Israeli strikes. Odeh, who had recently been appointed head of Hamas's militant wing after the elimination of Izz al-Din al-Haddad, was described by the IDF as one of the last senior Hamas commanders involved in planning and coordinating the October 7th massacre. The UK Ministry of Defense displayed their Latvian co-lead drone coalition, delivering 45,000 plus FPV drones, 150,000 plus interceptors, and 20,000 plus long-range strike drones to Ukraine. At the drone summit in Riga, Latvia, Minister for the Armed Forces Al Carnes met with British companies at the forefront of drone technology, mentioning Operation Archangel and Operation Midnight Strike. According to Stephen Richards with Just the News, NASA projects may have violated law hundreds of times with joint research with China, Congress finds. A House investigation has identified hundreds of scientific publications in which NASA-funded U.S. researchers appear to have conducted joint work with Chinese institutions, potential violations of a federal law that has barred such collaborations for more than a decade. Uh-oh. According to Nikkei Asia, China tungsten exports to Japan have halved amid tightened controls. SpaceX successfully launched their Starship version 3, the largest and most powerful rocket ever. Congratulations to Elon Musk over that. According to Fox News, the U.S. and Iranian negotiators have agreed to a 60-day memorandum of understanding aimed at extending the ceasefire and opening talks on Iran's nuclear program, though President Trump has not yet given his final approval. According to End Times headlines, U.S.-based robotics company 1X has launched a full-scale production at its new NEO factory in Hayward, California, the first integrated humanoid manufacturing facility in the country, with plans to roll out over 100,000 units by 2027. These advanced NEO robots are designed to work alongside humans. What do you guys think? More AI takeover? Let me know in the comments. According to the Saudi Gazette, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs expressed Saudi Arabia's strongest condemnation of the hostile missile and drone strike attacks that were targeting Kuwait. According to CNN, a King Arthur manuscript in private hands for 700 years is now going on sale for a huge price. If you got the moolah, go check it out. According to Reuters, IBM is investing $10 billion into quantum computing over the next 5 years for large-scale quantum computer by 2029. According to SCMP News, Canada's Prime Minister Carney is seeking new U.S.-Canada partnerships as the world undergoes a rupture. So let's make some deals with Canada. I think we're on better terms with Alberta than we are with the eastern area of Canada, but that's just me. According to Texas A&M University, scientists have found a way to reverse brain aging with a nasal spray. So there's some medical intelligence for y'all. Republican Representative Nancy Mace of South Carolina introduces the No Immigration Without Assimilation Act. This bill requires full Department of Homeland Security screening before any immigration benefit. Incompatible views determine that you are inadmissible or deportable, including belief in Sharia law, support for religiously or politically motivated violence, opposition to constitutional rights, preference for authoritarian government or over democracy, and a refusal to learn English. So, interesting bill. What do you guys think about that? According to ERR News, German Netherlands Corps is to take over Estonian Latvian NATO command from summer. This will assume NATO's primary responsibility for the defensive posture of Estonia and Latvia in the middle of 2026. The Estonian Ministry of Defense confirmed this Thursday. According to Cyber News, Microsoft has been accused of leaking data of Dutch civil servants working on tech laws to the U.S. government. Euromaidan press caught footage of a Russian helicopter lifting a Panzer air defense system onto the roof of a tall building in Moscow in the rain after their Ukrainian attacks that had targeted their country. According to Valtioneuvosto, or the Finnish government, Finland supplements risk assessment of money laundering and terrorist financing on draft's first related strategy. Finland's overall money laundering risk is significant, and the risk of terrorist financing is moderately significant, according to national authorities and other key actors responsible for anti-money laundering and countering the financing of terrorism. According to The Guardian, Netanyahu has ordered Israeli army to seize 70% of the Gaza Strip, which will violate the ceasefire deal. The Trump administration prepared to propose a $250 bill with President Trump on it, according to NBC News. So maybe we'll get a new dollar bill here. The U.S. and Iran have reached a tentative agreement, but the deal still needs Trump's sign-off, according to CNN. New York Mayor Mamdani announces Commission on Government Efficiency to make government work better for New Yorkers. The commission will develop proposals to modernize city government, improve service delivery, and strengthen accountability to New Yorkers. Robust public process will culminate in proposals on the November ballot. So we'll see how that goes. Japan Wire by Kyodo News reported that Japan and the Philippines are to upgrade ties to comprehensive strategic partnership. This is likely to push back against Chinese provocations. According to CBS News, at least 4 were hurt and the number of fatalities unknown after a large explosion destroyed a Dallas apartment building. According to KSAT News, San Antonio Tow Company is paying service members $220,000 after illegally scraping and selling cars, according to the Department of Justice. And finally, according to Madison Evangelist with Huntington News, Beth Winkelstein vacated her role as provost suddenly. Northeastern's provost and senior vice president for academic affairs has left her role after less than a year. The university confirmed it in an email to the Huntington News on May 28th. So that is your daily roundup for now. We will develop you or bring you some breaking news as it comes to pass either today or tomorrow. Thank everybody for listening. Please click the notification bell so that you can get more updates on breaking news. I hope y'all have a blessed day. Bye for now.